Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where I'm going to be opening up the Robot Spirits FA78 1 Full Armor Gundam version anime real marking edition. This figure is a variant of the RX-78 2 Gundam and is part of the Mobile Suit Variations line, which, as the name suggests, is a line of variations of existing mobile suits that typically don't appear in any of the anime. This figure came out in November 2021 and retailed for 7,000 yen, or about $60, and was a Tamashii Nation Online 2021 exclusive, although it has come out in some of the P Bandai shops, though unfortunately not the US. This figure was originally released in 2017 as a regular, non-real markings version, which retailed for 6,600 yen, or about $57. So this figure's kind of funny. I really didn't have much interest in it, and then they announced the real markings version. I was like, I have to get this. For some reason, I just love the real markings editions. And what's very funny for this figure in particular, try to get this outer box here off, is that all the other premium Bandai stores got it, but for some reason the US didn't. So just had to import one, which is not the end of the world and probably led to me getting it a lot earlier than I would have otherwise. So as far as I know, this is exactly the same as the other one that previously came out a few years ago, minus, of course, the markings. So I think the first thing that really strikes me about this one is just how many accessories this thing comes with. Obviously, you have the figure itself, which I'll take a look at right here. You got some, obviously, kind of the nice markings you'd expect, this sort of generic little print. Got some markings on the leg there, on the shoulders, on the back. So that's cool. And then you have real markings on a bunch of the armor pieces. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to put every single armor piece up here, but I'll try to bring up the ones that have the markings on them. See there, full armor, I'm assuming that stands for. So yeah, all in all, I think this is already, I'm pretty impressed just with the quality of the markings. And it's got this kind of cool blue thing over there. Just kind of go through some more of these real quickly. And as far as I know, I believe this is a Mobile Suit Variations, which means that it wasn't in the show. I know that there's definitely a version of the full armor Gundam that shows up in Gundam Thunderbolt, though it is different colors than this. I would also definitely love to see a Robot Spirits of that. But for now, this will do. Take a look at this kind of cool gun. I think this is the shoulder-mounted gun. So you got that. So that's kind of the main figure with the armor. Let's take a look at the accessories next. So you kind of have a wide assortment of beam sabers. You got a curved one over here. So you got that. Some regular ones. You got this really, really nice shield. Little scuffing on the shield. That's a little bit of a disappointment, but no, not too big a deal. Got this bazooka. This bazooka does not have any markings on it. Appears to just be kind of the generic bazooka. All the arms you could ever want. Some actually pretty cool effect parts here. I believe this is the bazooka effect part. That's really cool. I believe these are from some sort of probably some shoulder-mounted missiles or something. Yeah, I think there's some shoulder-mounted missiles and some knee-mounted missiles, so those are really cool. A bunch of beam sabers, and then you have the vernier, I think that's how you pronounce them, effects. So yeah, a lot of really nice effects, a lot of accessories. Oh, and this one's also really cool. This is the kind of if you were going to have the Gundam, trying to create shooting the, beams from its from the head. But yeah, so you definitely get a lot of stuff in this package, and since this is the version anime, they'll be mostly compatible with all the other version anime stuff. I'm gonna pause this, and I'll be back in a few minutes with some final thoughts. All right, and we are back. So let's set this guy on the rotating stand, and I'll give some final thoughts. So this was actually a lot of fun. I really like this figure. The armor was not nearly as hard to put together as I thought it was. I had some problems with the knee armor, but I think that was probably more of a me problem than a them problem, and me being a little cautious because I didn't want to break it. But yeah, it's pretty fun putting on the armor, pretty easy. Kind of makes me want to get the Mark II full armored version Ka one, but you know, we'll see about that. So many weapons and accessories on this. Even I couldn't put everything that I wanted on there. I would have loved to display the shield because I love the coloring on the shield, but this guy just doesn't seem like the type of unit that would, you know, have a shield. It's like Bazooka, like shooting stuff, and then it's just like a shield on the side, so I didn't think that was going to work. I actually don't think all of these effect parts will work with some of the other version anime stuff, just because they seem pretty particular to the knee joints and the shoulder joints. I'm not familiar with every single Gundam in the version anime, so maybe it would work with some. I think this effect part will work with everything, and I suspect it'll probably also work with the Bazooka as well. But you know, other than whatever these 4 effect parts, pretty much everything else there would work with other stuff from version anime, so you could use it. So yeah, all in all, you know, I absolutely love this figure. If you don't necessarily need to have all those like little, you know, real markings, then you can get the regular one. You know, obviously it's mostly the same, minus those. A lot of fun to put together, and I think it will look really cool on the shelf. This is really making me want a version anime heavy arms and heavy arms customs, because I'm just imagining one of those with just all the guns and just like all these like shoulder mounted effects and everything like that. But could be a long time before that if we ever get it. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. And if you didn't like it, tell me about it in the comments. If there's something else you want to see, either this figure or another figure or some comparison, tell me about it and I'll see what I could do. I do figure reviews every Wednesday, and that's typically something new that's come out within, you know, the last few months or last few weeks or something like that. And then a few Fridays a month, I try to do some older figures, kind of going through some old Robot Spirit stuff, some Chigoken and some other lines as well. And please join me for next week's episode, where we are going to take a look at the Robot Spirits MS-06JC Land Battle Type Zaku 2 JC Type version anime, and the Robot Spirits 8th MS Team Optional Parts Set version anime. Thanks so much, and keep collecting.